Hey guys, Chris at the Rockford Ordnance. Welcome back to the channel. Just like to thank you all for coming and help building the channel. We passed 6,000 subscribers. And I had a unique event the other day. I wanted to tell you a little bit about that and our good fortune. And then I wanted to bring you that good fortune, the firearm that we ended up with. So a week or so ago, I go to an NRA dinner. It was Friends of the NRA, kind of a grassroots part of the NRA where they have a dinner and they raise money for local youth shooting events, whether that be a high school trap team, etc. So while it's part of the NRA, it's kind of a subgroup. So it's for a good cause. So we went and they had a nice dinner, and with any of those type events, whether it's Ducks Unlimited or Pheasants Forever, you get a bunch of raffle tickets. Now, if you're like me, you've never won a thing in your life, and that's how it's pretty much gone for me. I've been in these raffles, contests to buy tickets, whatever, and never seemed to win anything. So I proceeded to tell the table that, hey, don't worry about it, guys. You're not going to win a thing because you're sitting with me, kind of thing, you know. And they're going through and they're giving away all kinds of nice guns. I mean, there were some ARs, some nice shotguns. There were some Springfield Armory 1911s. There was a SIG 1911 that won Gun of the Year. Some really nice stuff. All kinds of stuff. Savages, you name it, it was there. And then all kinds of other accessories and whatnot. So they're going through all of them, and sure enough, I'm not winning anything. We're going. It's about time to go home. We're getting down there, and they call a number, and I look, and oh, it's kind of close to my range. And I look, and at the top, I had them organized. Boom, I won. So I was expecting it to be some little gadget. They come walking over with this. And this is what we're going to do kind of an unboxing and a little review on. So it's the Springfield Armory Hellcat, and it's their OSP model, which is optics ready. I'll get you the exact definition of that OSP in just a second here. But let's open the box and show you how it comes. So they used to do them in the plastic cases and stuff, and with all the accessories. I still think they do that with their XDMs and whatnot, but not bad. Comes in a little bag, and all your accessories are in here. So let's open the bag and show you. Kind of a nice little bag, I guess. After the first day and you're using it for an everyday carry, you probably won't use this much, but in here is the one mag and the gun. And there's a separate spot to put the mag in. Before we get into that, I'll show you what else is in the box here. It's an envelope. It's got the warranty information and some accessories, different stuff, you know. What's cool is with this, I don't know if it's with the base model, but I know for sure with this optics ready one, they sight it in and they give you the target. So it looks like they shot 5 rounds, and they zero it at 10 meters. So you can pretty much rest assured these things are on at 10 meters. And not bad, right? It's got a hammer forged barrel, so why not? Why wouldn't it be accurate, right? Let's go through the accessory portion of this quick, and then we'll jump into the gun. So let's see, I'll save that stuff. Most of it's mags, basically, and a mag loader. I'll show you it in a second, and the obligatory lock. So that's what's in there, along with 2 mags and a couple base plates, and we'll show you that. So let's get rid of this box and get down to business here. So the Hellcat is billed by Springfield Armory as the world's highest capacity micro compact, and I guess that's true. You know, the SIG 365 and the 365 XL, which I carry, I kind of always thought that was the tops, you know, but I guess for its size and with the extended capacity magazines, that's true with that handgun too. But as far as a flat fitting mag goes, this is the highest capacity gun. So it comes with a chamber flag in there for safety. Let's lock it back and get rid of the chamber flag and show you the gun. I guess we'll put in one mag. So this is the standard capacity mag that comes with it, and that's an 11 rounder. So 11 plus 1 is 12 standard capacity with a flush fitting mag. And there it is. Now you might say, well, Chris, that's not flush fitting. It's got that pinky guard, or is that an extension? That's a pinky guard, so there's no extended mag there. It does come with the flat base plate for it, so you could make it, you know, as small as possible a footprint. But I love that pinky thing. I wouldn't even care for this pistol if my pinky was hanging off the end. Now, when I bought my 365, these were available, but I really didn't even look at them. The only Springfield I had was an XDM in 40. I grew to hate the trigger and just didn't shoot the gun much, didn't care for the 40. I got rid of it, and when the 365 came around in the XL, there was so much hubbub about it. I held one at the dealer, it fit so well, I said, I'll take it, and I've been off to the races ever since. I love that pistol, and still do. However, after getting this, I had no intention of buying one. I wouldn't have bought one if this hadn't been won in a contest. It surprised me. It really surprised me. While it feels a bit blockier and the grip feels shorter, it's still got a great feel, and it seems just a little shorter maybe, but nice feel, and I'll get into the stuff I really like about it. So the 11 rounder with the pinky or with the flat base plate, and they also include a 13 rounder, which has, with the extension on it to make it 13, gives you that pinky rest as well. So really fits nice, and that's what I would carry. They do now make a 15 rounder, so just like the 365, you can have that, and I got a feeling it'll increase that even more, which is how I carry my 365, and I think I'll like this even more. And I've got my 365 here. We're gonna do a little comparison with it. I made myself some notes here because, you know, not being all that familiar with it, I don't want to miss anything, and there's a lot to tell about this. Recently, so this gun came out in 19, so it's been a couple years it's been out. This is kind of a second gen. They changed a few things, trigger, a few other things, and the original version that came out did not have the cutout for the optic. They still make that version, and this is the OSP, like I said, with the cutout here. It takes a few different optics that they list. The optic I'd like to use, they don't list. I don't think it will bolt on. You'd probably need an adapter plate. I'm sure somebody makes one, but I'll have to look into that. Right now it's set up for a few others, and we'll get into it. They did come out with this gun, or all their guns, in FDE, so that's something cool. The measurements on this thing are 4 inches in height, 6 inches in length, and 1 inch width. So it's truly, you know, a micro compact. It feels that small, it handles that small, but it's substantial. I think it's 13.8 ounces, if I'm not mistaken. Another thing that's cool, you know, we're an AK channel, and I think we all kind of think of 5,000 round tests as the be-all end-all, like Rob Ski does. Well, Springfield put this thing through a 10,000 round test, and they recently doubled it. It's been through a 20,000 round test. I think they're still working on it, but it certainly has passed the 10,000 round test. As far as features, you got a hammer forged barrel, which, you know, makes it accurate, as you can see from that target. One of the cool things that I haven't seen anybody do, I'm sure there's some out there, but there's top serrations as well as the side serrations, and it just gives you that little bit extra. Maybe if you were in a situation that was wet, something like that, and you just needed that little extra grip, it's there. The rail. So one thing with the SIG is it's a proprietary rail. This, it's not proprietary, so any light, any laser, it'll go on, which is nice. It sucks having a gun when they do a rail and just their stuff fits. I really don't like when they do that. This is the Gen 2 trigger, and it's similar to a Glock trigger with the little safety mechanism there. It's flat faced, which I like, so it's very similar to the SIG, but it feels wider. Not in a bad way, it actually gives you a very comfortable pull, and compared to my other Springfield Armory, I was shocked at the trigger. It's, there's the initial just soft take up, and then very little creep. Let's see, maybe a hair, but not really, and it's so crisp of a break. I really like it. The reset, a little bit long, but not bad. And then really just a nice trigger. It's different than the 365, but it feels good, and it's certainly more tactile and more audible for sure. So just different. I think it's heavier than the SIG, but it's not bad. It's really nice. I'd take either, really. Like a lot of other Springfield Armory guns, it's got a loaded indicator, a loaded chamber indicator that you can feel as well as see, which I always like that on my XDM. We talked about 11 round, 13 round, now 15 round mags. Plus it also comes with a mag loader. And I will say this is probably one of the nicest quality mag loaders I've seen, you know, come in a box. It's not an Ublala or anything, but it's thicker. The polymer feels like it's fiber reinforced maybe. Got plenty of ridges on it, and it's got these two finger grooves here. So you can really, you know, grab this thing and pull it down. I think it's gonna work well. And it's always nice to have one. It's just a nice little convenience. Let's talk about the sights, because these are the most interesting thing. I've never seen a set of sights like this. So it's got a tritium and phosphorus front sight. Tritium is, you know, it glows without the aid of light at night. It's not, you know, a red dot or any crazy optic. It's just, it glows, that's all. Like the hands on your watch, not a big thing. So YouTube, don't get upset. We're not talking about, you know, some crazy extra night sights or anything like that, red dots. It's just the standard sight, but it's got tritium in there, that's all. But the cool thing is there's a U shape at the back, and that the dot on the front sight drops right in there. It's just really fast. It's a quick sighting system. It's not really made for accuracy as much as it is, you know, getting up and on target quick. It can be accurate though, based on the factory target they enclosed. So just kind of cool. It's got a really nice bright yellow look to the dot, and just directs your attention right into that U. And I really, really, really like those sights. I can't tell if they're metal or plastic. They might be either, but hey, Glocks have plastic front sights, right? So what's the difference? I like the little checkered area here. It's a nice reference point for your thumb when you come up on your grip. Indented a little and really kind of nice. But those tritium sights are just really cool. The grip texture is kind of nice. It's not overly done. It's not gonna you know, wear on your hand or wear on your side. They call it an adaptive grip texture. So there's pyramids, and the taller ones that stick out, that your hand comes into contact first, the tops of those are flattened, so it's not gonna rub on your side or wear your clothing or anything. But then the shorter triangles or pyramids are pointed, and those kind of come into contact when you squeeze a little harder. So the harder you squeeze, the better it grips, and it feels good. I don't know that I can feel an adaptive type of thing, but definitely feels nice. Safety is ambidextrous, as you can see. You can flip it to the other side. It's easily reached. I can hit it, but the problem I happen to have with all these compacts is that when dropping a mag, I hit the button and it hits this fatty part of my palm here and won't drop. So I can do a couple things. I can do it and kind of throw the mag, or pull it and put the next one in. But it's like that on the XDM. It's like that on the 365. Just kind of any gun where the mag well ends kind of in line here. So that's kind of a pain. With the 15 rounder, it doesn't happen as much, and that's kind of why I carry them, not just for the extra capacity. Takedown is real easy for cleaning, and all you do is lock it back, rotate this lever. You do have to pull the trigger, and then the slide comes off, and it's typical takedown like any other gun, Glock, whatever. So real simple. I did take this down, throw some oil on it, wiped it down, threw some oil on it, and it seems smooth. One thing I noticed that it's not doing that my 365 did is the edge of the barrel or chamber here on my 365 hung up on this front here and kind of put striations in it, wore the finish off right away on my 365, and that's not happening here. I don't know if it was just a fit and finish thing on that or what. Kind of bugs me, but I don't know. Not a big deal, I guess. It didn't cause any problems with the way it ran. Certainly a big enough trigger guard. We talked about the flat front trigger. When you pull it, it ends up straight up and down, which is kind of nice. You're not back further into the travel, and pretty much the travel stops right there. There's very little over travel. All in all, kind of a good looking little piece. Just looking at it, it seems like the height over bore is a little bit higher. It feels like the gun sits up higher in my hand. I can't quite get into it as far as the 365. And in just grabbing the gun, sometimes I feel like there's just some space here. Where in the 365, I'm in there and I stay there. It almost feels like this beaver tail should come down a little further. I don't know. Just that's the only part on the grip that it just feels like there's some space here. When I'm gripping hard, it feels like I can get something under there, and I can't get up on it. You just can't because of the angle of the grip. You'd have to move the angle back a little, which I think this could benefit from for sure. With that, let's look at the 365 real quick. I've been carrying this pistol with the SIG optic. I'm a lot more used to it, and I can really take advantage of it a lot more than I could. A lot of lint on here from carrying this thing every day. But as you can see, I can get up in there and I feel like I'm staying tight on it. Let's look side by side, size-wise. So when I look from the back, the length of the grip is almost exact. The Springfield Armory is a little bit shorter. As far as width, the Springfield Armory is a little thicker through the grip, but the slide looks about the same. And from the top, definitely the polymer portion of the frame looks a little thicker on the Springfield Armory. This is the XL, so of course it's a ½ inch bigger all the way around, and it's a little longer there. But I still love the feel of this in my hand. This is only a 3-inch barrel, guys. I forget the exact measurements on the 365, 3.5, 3 3/4, something like that. Also, this has the option for a manual safety, which I actually put this one in. I like having a manual safety. I know a lot of you guys are gonna, oh, you'll forget to take it off. No, I don't forget. I was a little disappointed when I saw this didn't have one, but I did find out there's an option for one. Maybe I can put it on like I did on the other one. And the reason being, this gun I was hoping to replace my Smith & Wesson Bodyguard with, where that's small enough to throw in cargo pants or something like that. And I thought this might be the same, but of course I'm not going to do that without a manual safety, and you got to have a full holster covering the trigger mechanism. So right now it kind of rules it out for that unless I was able to put a safety on it. So we shall see. You know, I haven't even shot it yet, so trying to figure out the roll just yet, not sure. So this gun comes in optics ready, and then you can buy it as a package with the optics. The one they seem to be promoting is called the Hex Wasp. The nice thing with that is it bolts right to it. You don't need any plate or adapter, so it sits real low and it co-witnesses. There's a couple other sites they recommend too. The gun has won multiple Guns of the Year. Like I said, there's the base one, then there's the OSP Optics Ready, which that's this. They do make it where it comes with the sight. There's state compliant versions. What else is there? Oh, that other sight is a Shield SMSC. That'll bolt right to it. And then they make the RDP, the Rapid Defense Package. So that's kind of neat. It not only comes with the optic, but it comes with a basically, I don't know what you'd call it, I guess a brake, and it takes a bit of the snappiness out of this. Anybody that shot one of these knows that with 9 or plus P, they can be a little snappy because they're small, both the 365 and this. So they did this brake, which I don't know, you know, how that goes over on something you're concealed carrying, but as anyone knows with concealed carry, you know, the barrel is probably the easiest part concealed. It's the back end here that's harder. So maybe it doesn't make that big a difference. And then they just came out with a new version called the Pro, and that's kind of just like the XL is to the 365 lineup. So, hey, I like it. I really like the sights. I like the trigger. I think it's going to be, I can't wait to get to the range and just see how I shoot it. You know, sometimes you shoot one gun better than another for whatever reason. If I shoot this thing well, it's definitely a keeper. I think those sights are just so fast. I'm really not liking the optic thing, especially for concealed carry, so these sights might be really a game changer for me. I like them. I don't know. What else to say about this? I was hoping like the Holosun would work on it, because I really want to try that. The other two, that Hex, they have glass lenses on their optics. This SIG, that's a plastic lens. Yeah, I don't know yet. Man, look at how dirty. There's so much lint on there. It's like it snowed on the window. I can't even see. We're going to have to give it a little cleaning. But the glass is an upgrade. Holosun is... After shooting a gun with the Holosun, I wish I had waited and got the Holosun for this. This thing had problems installing. It's all plastic, so even though I used a torque wrench, it never gave enough pressure against the torque wrench to click it, and just kept working down, down, down till you worked your way through the plastic. And it, you know, it holds zero. It's zeroed on the gun, but I got a feeling if I had to change this thing, it's not going to work too well. It might even be garbage when I take it off to change a battery, for that matter. So I'm not messing with it right now. It's on, it works, it stays on, it doesn't lose zero. I carry it every day, I bang it around, and it continues to work. I just got a feeling when I go to pull those screws out, it's going to be an issue. Let me show you real quick the wear that's happening on the top here, if you can see it. A couple up at the front here and some in the back. Now granted, this has a bunch of rounds through it, this doesn't, but that started showing the wear immediately, like there was a burr in there. And this is not showing any of that. So I think it's certainly going to wear a little better. I don't know why it did that. They just must have left a little extra metal there, and that was that. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything for you guys here. I think that's about it. The 15 round mag is certainly interesting because with this gun, you can see it does make it quite a bit longer compared to this. You know, it's going to hang down a lot further, but I don't mind that because it gives me a really full grip. Feels like a full-size pistol almost. And that's why I like it. I've got such a small package, but yet it feels full-size and has full-size capacity. And now you can do the same with this, with a little smaller, I guess. This is really like the regular 365, and I wanted the XL. That's what I like, and now I kind of got the version of that. It's not a 365, but it's certainly nice, and different sometimes is good. So we'll run this for a while, see what we think, and go from there. Hey, you can't beat free 90 free, right? Although I did get screwed because I was out of state, had to ship it to my FFL. The dealer they used charged me a $15 pickup fee. They charge everyone that. Well, I didn't pick it up. They mailed it, which they charged me $50 to mail it 50 miles away over the border. And then on top of it, they charged me a transfer fee. So it was $85 total from the dealer I won it from. And then, of course, I had to pay the transfer fee at my dealer of $37. So all in all, what's that, 80, 110, 120 bucks roughly? Yeah, should you complain? Probably not, but that's just kind of an outright screwing in a way by the one dealer, I think. Most places will ship a handgun for 15, 20 bucks, I think. Anyhow, that was about it. Guys, if you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button there, share it with your friends. That's how we gain more subscribers. If you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell down there because that will let you know anytime we drop a new video. Make sure you come over on Tuesday nights and check out our live stream, Coffee and Kalashnikovs, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central. We talk about what you want to talk about. So there's a chat room on the side there, and the chat's really good. There's a lot of people been there since the beginning. We do giveaways. We do all kinds of stuff. We've been giving away some AK tools. We got a friend of the channel who's making some custom Rockford Ordnance magazines for us and some other stuff that are laser etched. And they're going to be cool. We're going to have some t-shirts coming that we're going to give up. A lot of fun. And we just talk about what you want to. So if you're talking about it in the chat, this AK, that AK, what about this ammo, these mags, whatever the case may be, we talk about what you want to get into and we answer your questions. It's a lot of fun. We have a blast. We go sometimes 2.5 hours, but we try to keep it between an hour and 2 hours. Breaks up the week for you, and we have some fun. So come by and check it out. You never know, you might just like it. That's all I got for you guys. We are really striving to get some videos out to you guys, 2-3 a week like we used to. Hopefully things are getting back to normal. Summer's coming. We can get to the range more. We can bring you some more reviews of some good stuff. And trust me, we got a lot of stuff backlogged that I need to get to bring you guys up to date on some of this new cool equipment and cool firearms. So stay tuned. You never know what you're going to see here. We always have something cool. We just brought you a video on the MP5. Check that out. What a gun, man. And that's kind of a project in the works, so you'll see some cool stuff there. Yeah, that's about it. We'll try and get one more video before Coffee and Kalashnikovs on Tuesday, but if not, we'll see you then. Thanks for everything you do. Thanks for all your support. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and as always, Rockford Ordnance out.